Okay. So apparently the owner of DBM, or the creator of DBM, made this post. For health and stress reasons, as well as just having a plain crappy PC, I will be stepping down from the Mythic raiding scene in WoW. I have been raiding in WoW since Burning Crusade and making mods for DBM since Wrath, almost entirely by myself, mind you. In Mist, I was able to keep doing that. Despite me stepping back from raiding, do not expect this to change. I will continue to monitor progression rates and scrap through Warcraft logs data as it becomes available to update these mods and better support the final three will follow. These bosses are downed and data information then becomes public. Despite me stepping back from raiding, do not expect this to change. After all, guild I'm in now is only 2 of 8, and I was sat for both of them. Doesn't stop me from watching streams, gathering feedback, and looking through people's logs and producing great mods. Don't think this post as a, oh no, DBM is dead. DBM is very much alive. That's good. However, I'm just going to be real here. I don't want to work on DBM full time. It's all I do, period. I have no life, no friends, no time to really do anything else at all. It's not just coding mods or just getting to play the game for money. It's not as peaches as it sounds. I'm committed to every PTR and beta whenever I have a raid character to maintain on live servers later that night. It's grinding dungeons, artifact power, world quest, gathering mats, living blacksmithing so I can craft more raid gear, etc. Many hours every day. If there is no PTR or beta, there is always something to catch up on to do. Even then, sometimes something has to give. PvP mods got axed for recently. It's not even just the code refactoring in 8.0 that would need, even though it's a huge reason. It's a where the hell am I going to find the time to spam run BGs and make sure these things even work. In addition, I'm still a caretaker for another human being too. My 70-year-old disabled mother needs my help a lot too. I have to step away from computer a lot to help her do something she can't do on her own. Do errands or do chores. In fact, since BFA's launch, I've been so buried that my grass is now over 2 feet tall. This actually could have been me, to be honest. I think our grass is pretty tall too, and like I have to deal with. All right. I'll be honest. I felt so overwhelming stress with all of it. I'm not even able to enjoy raiding anymore. I miss whenever I used to enjoy active progression and getting things down, but I haven't in a while now. All this grinding, never getting a chance to slow down and breathe a little. It's extremely stressful and it mentally breaks me down because it's twice as bad for me. I do all these things for many hours every single day, almost 7 days a week. I turn around and go through the logs, make mods, hop into a PTR and beta, and do it even more of it. What I wouldn't give to just have a few hours of the day or the ability to clone myself so there was enough of me to go around and actually do all of this and still have real me to time to catch breath. You cannot understand the amount of hours and commitment while barbarian making all right. All right. You cannot understand the amount of hours and commitment, all while barely making 1,300 most months and 1,450 early expansion a month. I've wished ever since I launched Patreon that I hit higher goals and I'd be able to bring on the help, expand so that I didn't have to do this all alone. Sadly, that just hasn't happened. I absolutely hate asking and begging for money. I've always felt like I have to prove the community that I deserve more than the quality of work and effort put in and not beg for charity, which is why up until now I haven't really written this post. Instead, whenever I had a poor month, I only pushed myself harder to try and earn more money. I also pay for trips to BlizzCon I clearly couldn't afford to try to humanize the person behind the work with some FaceTime and networking. However, I've been killing myself for almost 2 years now with almost no help, in a game that's only gotten more and more grindy, and a content release pace that's only gotten faster and faster. All while amassing credit card debt and refinancing my house just to pay my annual taxes and living expenses. This is real. My PC sucks because I can't afford to upgrade it, and even that's begun to impact raid performance and ability to maintain my Mythic Raider status. I have health issues because I can't afford medical insurance or to have dental surgery I need. I take fish antibiotics to manage the abscess tooth since I've had a pre-Legion expansion event. Unfortunately, as my body has gotten more resistant to antibiotics, the infection has spread to 2 other teeth and it's even begun to spread to parts of my jaw. And if I don't have it treated soon, it could escalate to a blood infection. I've delayed it as long as I could with self-medicating and I've tried to save up money and get treatment. That's why you need the pliers. Between both of the above, I'm not even performing well in raids anymore. I become a liability to my team. I'm starting to get sad. That's what made me finally realize I need to slow down and get myself sorted out. I need to step back from raiding and force myself to take time off to get that dental surgery or whatever I can afford it or not. Then, once I recover, maybe think about trying to somehow come up with the funds to get a PC that doesn't raid at 17 FPS on Gahoon. That sounds like pretty much everybody else. After all that, consider then reverting back to raiding whenever I can focus and perform at a level that's acceptable to a Mythic raiding team. Again, I don't want either of the above to sound like I'm asking for anything. This isn't a huge plea for money either. I still hate asking. Merely trying to explain the stresses that have been upon me for a while now has brought me to some low days that have made me doubt my work for myself and consider giving up. Anytime I'd think about that, though, I'd realize that I can't do it for two different reasons. I'm not comfortable spending 8 to 12 hours a day working in a field and no one watching over mother, which in the last 2 years alone has had 2 heart attack scares. I need to be at home. Second reason I can't give up is that I love working on DBM too much, and I firmly believe that as long as there's a WoW, there should be a DBM. On to some part of you have been waiting for, what does this mean for DBM as a mod? This means that I'll be doing less Mythic mod testing, hands-on myself. I'll need more help than ever in spotting bugs or feature reports. I still do tons and tons of research and stream watching and communicating with raiders' needs, but it's still not the same as pulling the boss myself and going, X will help with this, or I could have done better if DBM had this. Wow. So as a community, I ask that you help out with that kind of stuff. No request is a dumb request. If you think something is broken or not good enough, tell me. Even if you don't think it's a bug or it's annoying, but it's annoying, report it. If you are add-on savvy enough, run transcriptor and share transcriptor logs with me. Many ways you can help. Okay, that's all just like about helping with the add-on. I don't know enough about add-ons to really know anything about that. Let's see. I will be heavily involved in PTR and beta testing. Hopefully, kind people will let me be part of their testing group, even if I can't link Mythic achievements anymore. Test rate scaling for the win. My mods for PTR and beta will still be king, and I'll definitely ensure day one mods are still pretty decent, as decent in beta and PTR testing allows. For live, who knows? Maybe you'll still see me in a normal or heroic pug testing raid. Something in a group that doesn't require my neck to be Azerite level X and item level over 9,000. I may not be a Mythic raider anymore, but I shall still be around. So a TLDR of it all. I absolutely love working on DBM, and that hasn't changed. Analyzing data and figuring out how to work on coding has never gotten dull to me, and I want that much to be clear. Those are parts I will always love, and that you guys as a community are always helping in Discord and seeing your passion for my work. This is just about the other stuff that eats away at my time and sanity that drains me to almost nothing. So why am I stepping away from raiding then? So I can focus on my health for a minute and try to recharge my sanity and lower my stress. So I can renew my passion for World of Warcraft. So I can cut my damn grass. So I can maybe do some side oddball work and those regained raid hours for extra income to work on actually getting a better PC and afford proper medical treatments. I'm just one man doing too much for too little, and I have to make changes. What does this mean for DBM? Best case, mods can improve with my focus up and my stress down. Worst case, more initial bugs. You might have to report more things to me that I might miss early on in a new content tier. Wow. Damn. That sucks. Like, TLDR is still multiple paragraphs. Yeah, that does suck. Let me see what people on the on Reddit are saying about this. Just 1 second. Inactive play now. I feel obligated to support the guy for all the times I did use DBM. Is a Patreon? Let's see. What is he at for his Patreon? 794 patrons. So it's hard really. Oh, it doesn't say how much he makes. So we have no idea. Yeah, it's hard to be sure. Patreon, don't use DBM. Yeah, I mean, his Patreon was at 500 this morning. Yeah, but if everybody was just doing that for $1, that's only like $200 more potentially. So this is something that like I do kind of I do feel uniquely bad for him for, because for me personally, my mom. So here I can change this. Let me edit this, and it will be what happened to me. I'm still a caretaker for my 67-year-old disabled mother, so there's a lot of help producing. I can't do on her own. My grass is now over 3 feet tall. That would be on in my room or in my house, and 2 heart attack scares. Mine's only had 1, and yeah, I mean, this guy seems like, you know, another like an alternate universe version of myself. So it's, yeah, I mean, stop thinking about you. Well, I think in order to understand like why I would have empathy for a person, I'd have to understand and explain like how I feel, right? And like what my situation is, so people can understand why I would have unique type of empathy for this type of person. because I'm not a very empathetic person at all, right? I usually don't care about anybody. But for me, because this has been the exact same shit that I've had to deal with in my life, it's a little bit different. That's why I'm talking about myself, because it's about me. Of course. So, I mean, so there's two things, right? It's much different as Mythic rating and DBM. No, I understand that. There are two things. Stop trying to avoid donating. Well, I mean, I don't, like, if I didn't do it, I just wouldn't do it, right? I mean, it's not like I feel like I have to. I might support him. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the right thing to do, I would say. But there's his Patreon right there. Is it 800 now? Holy shit. Damn, dude, this dude's popping off. Holy shit, okay. Wow. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, does he just have, like, a PayPal? Because I don't know how to use, like, Patreon or anything like that. Is there, like, a PayPal link or anything anywhere? I'm sure there will be somewhere on this website, right? DBM forums, deadlybossmods.com, is that it? Quick links. On CurseForge. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. Maybe I'll give this guy some money, man. I think that's a good idea. Someone asked. Yeah. I think someone answered. Yeah. Let me see. Control F, PayPal. Okay, there we go. CurseForge. Okay, let's see here. It's on our Patreon. Let's see. Download. Okay, yeah, donate. There it is. PayPal. Okay, I'm not going to open up all my PayPal information, obviously, on stream. But, you know, maybe I can do that after stream. Maybe I can. It seems like it might be the right thing to do.